Great. This is going to be a good match. So we've got aliens spawning in the north. Godar with the atrium spawn and sub-axis spawn for the Marines. Going for that again, early arms lab. And I can't remember what they got. I think it was armor 1. There's the armor 1 started and a 2-2 split with an early gorge. Couple of drifters are whipping a crag. So that's really... They've got a build order and they've got a plan. And that's actually a weakness and a strength. I'll try and discuss that if I get time. So Godar gets an early loss actually. They go really aggressive. They're very quick. I wasn't ready for that at all. Ventilation, they tried to rush it and clear these guys out, but they didn't quite pull it off, and that's going to secure 2 extractors for Ascension nice and early. Really good job from Ascension defending that. Vulcan Icefelt looking at this vent right now. This vent's strong because it gives them the opportunity to take either comp lab or ventilation depending on what they decide is probably more vulnerable. MF comes through the door. They hear that. Door's going to close soon enough. Valk actually tries to get the Parasite, revealing himself, and I'm not sure he actually tagged him. I think he might have missed, but I'm not sure. Jekt and Scout looking to make into flight control and data core as well from Bonage and Neza. Really nice job from these guys. Taking a lot of extractors nice and early, but this is all predicated on the fact that if they can defend, they hold these extractors, and that's going to be difficult. Nice job from Godar actually just sneaking right through. Looks like MF fell back. He didn't die, but he did fall back, and he's very nice job from Neza though. Godar, so good. So they've got this entrance covered and this entrance covered, and then Valk knows he's just covered the other entrance, so he comes in to help on the MF, and he gets taken out. And Godar doing a fantastic job. Mendef's getting a kill on Bonage up in data core, and they haven't built flight control anywhere near quick enough. They lose ventilation. Data core is now extremely vulnerable, and they lose extractor there. That's really unfortunate for Ascension. Very weak already. And it looks like the Armor 1 upgrade has not been anywhere near valuable enough for them. Even with Armor 1, it looks like they're struggling a little bit, and Godar just taking map control. You can see they've got ventilation, reactor core and crevice. 100% built. Crag on a whip on that. Crag on this, and that's the importance of Crags. They slow down Marines. If they do finally get into crevice, they'll be slow to kill that Harvester, and the aliens, they might die, or they might come across the other side of the map, but they have plenty of time to defend. Computer Lab's vulnerable as well. Icefelt doing a RT harass there. And you've got Neza and Bonage nowhere near each other. Similar positions on the map, but they can't cover each other, and Valk gets a nice 1v1 kill. Bonage into Crossroads. But there's no aggression. Finally ejected into crevice, but it's slow. It takes 2 minutes to get into an aggressive position, and this Crag, look how effective it is. No damage is going to be done. He did 30%, but it's all going to get healed up in then about 20 seconds. Bonage gets a kill, and Godar are doing so well, and this is really showing off the importance of these Crags. Look at that, 100%. That guy got into crevice and did no damage. Scatter coming into flight control, but he's already low health. Mendef's going to drop down, double bite. Gets the kill onto Scatter, and Ascension are looking weak right now, very weak. The Armor 1 is nowhere near significant enough. And I'm sure they were hoping it was going to help them win combat, but it's not. They're losing a lot of combat, they're losing a lot of fights, and that's meaning a lot of extractors are going down. Jekt taking on a 2v1, Mendef takes him out before Gristy can even assist him. And Bonage coming in, they need to group up. Bonage was not available to help out his teammate Jekt there, and then Bonage gets a nice 1v1. Mendef's low, he's actually coming for the combat. Parasite comes down. If you're going to die, getting the Parasite off first is pretty handy. MF and Neza coming into Reactor Core. It's defended by a Whip, a Crag, a Drifter, and Rilo. That's a lot of things. Just for one player, that's a lot of defense. Gristy and Valk coming in, so this is showing off how they didn't even take the cyst out before these guys can back them up. Really nice speed from the aliens here. And looks like Valk might get the kill. Actually, a lot of pistol damage, fantastic, but not quite enough. You can see the Crag heal wave put Valk up to just about enough health to survive that last pistol shot. And that's just easily shows off the importance of the Crags on your outer extractors. Mendef's taking out flight control. We've got the early lurk, Icefelt into Computer Lab, and MF comes in. If you can get a kill here, this would change the game, but he does get out nice and safe. Icefelt comes through to ventilation. Looks like he's trying to try and flank Jekt up at flight control. Looks like Rilo might be waiting for that. You can see the flight from the Icefelt all the way through. And mucus membrane. So he flies towards the Drifter, gets a little bit of heal. Jekt is forced to retreat, but this isn't a great position. He's going to get completely outnumbered. A lot of med packs, but not enough to stop him. He takes out. Actually, he took a lot of damage onto Icefelt, which was nice, but not enough to kill him. Icefelt upgrading. Mendas on the extractor. Again, a really tense match, because whilst Ascension are losing a huge amount of combat, they've got 5 extractors, which is really impressive. I don't know how. I don't know how they're losing so many fights and yet holding 5 extractors. But Godar are going to be on 4 if they can hold Crossroads. One guy moving into Crossroads. Scatter versus Rilo, 1v1. Rilo doing a great job of finishing off whoever he just killed there. And in Crossroads, you've got the Drifter moving in to try and actually build this nice one from Bonage. Great positioning, great forethought. Drifter's extremely low, finish it off. Cyst is gone. Harvest is doomed. Mucous Membrane was a waste of money as well. This thing is dead. There's no saving it now. Where's the Lurk? The Lurk coming in through Summit Reception, and another Drifter comes in. You've got Mendas and the Lurk. Bonus Inject, not in a great position to watch each other on a reload. Actually doing a great job, line of sight, clearing up Bonus' attacker, but does get taken out eventually, and then Jet gets taken out. Scatter coming in for the reinforcement, but a little bit late. Does get a 1v1 onto Grissy, but Icebolt comes in with the Lurk backing him up. Cyst is dropped. Looks like this Extractor might be saved, so maybe I was wrong about the Mucous Membrane. Looks like there was just enough Mucous Membrane to save it. So really good job from Godar, investing their T-Res again to save an Extractor. And they look at that, they moved this up. They know that they're defending Crossroads, or at least this direction, by holding Crossroads, and then they can hold this one more securely because it's a much tighter corridor. They would have to snipe from here. And really good job from Godar. Scatter and MF, long range. Icebolt comes in, doing a little bit of spike damage, but not a huge amount. Scatter and MF, great job onto the Skulk that flies in, and Icebolt is forced to retreat through Crossroads, but he's a little bit caught out. Bonus Inject, if they're smart, if they're on the ball, they might be able to take him out, but no, he goes for the vent. And there's no one at Computer Lab. They call it. Good job from Godar. Nice communication saying Computer Lab is clear. Come through here. And maybe a push into the base. Observatory is down. I think that's pretty good radius. They would have spotted that Skulk and the other Skulk and the Lurk. Nez getting caught out by Grissy. Base is vulnerable. Observatory is dropped. They might force a beacon. Beacon is forced. If they're quick, they can kill it. Not enough time. Slayer gets out of the comp share. Icebolt with 10%, but he's completely safe because there's no one outside the map because they forced a beacon. Valk and Grissy going straight for the Extractors. As soon as the beacon is forced, you go straight for the Extractors. If there's no phase gates up, you know that the Marines are all stuck in this kind of radius around the Marine base. And they go straight for the Extractors because they'll know it'll be safe to do that. Valk, Grissy, trying to slow these guys down so that they can secure the Extractor kill. Valk does get spotted. Looks like he goes for reactor kill. There's another Skulk to help him out there. Menaf's going to get taken out before he can finish this. And looks like they're trying to force another beacon scatter with a perfect double shotgun blast. This is a great time to have the shotguns come out, especially when the fades are looking like they're going to be coming out at about the 7.5, maybe 8 minute mark. Great job into Crossroads taking that. I mean, this is really good from Ascension. This is all about Extractors. The fact is they lost huge amounts of combat, but even so, they held Extractors. You can see Flight Control taking infestation damage. But they've held the Extractors, they've maintained upgrades, Weapons 1, Armor 1, Shotguns, Observatory, and they can afford another upgrade as well. 30 T-Res is enough for a Weapons 2. Or they can save for phase gates. A lot of options right now. They need to be careful though, these 2v1s and losing the shotguns, that's going to be a doomed shotgun. That's a huge mistake, you can't be affording to leave these shotguns on the ground to die. Neza coming in to back him up, but Valk takes him out. Really nice job from Valk there. Jet coming in with another shotgun, gets a kill. MF looks like he recycled that shotgun, so great job from Ascension. You can't afford to waste shotguns at this point. You have to be recycling them. You have to pick them back up when they're dropped. And Ascension now back onto 3 Extractors, losing Flight Control and Data Core, which is now taken by the alien side, and Flight Control looks like he might be taken as well. So Godar are really being smart about the investment right now. They're spending a lot of T-Res on Harvesters, and that's got a lot of benefit to it. You might lose the Harvester pretty quick, but you'll get a couple of P-Res out of that, which can mean earlier fades, which might be the difference between killing Marines when they push or not. So there's definitely a lot of value to taking these Harvesters. They're a lot more risky. Jekt didn't cover his teammate very well there. MF gets taken out, and the Fades have done a fantastic job. No damage taken by them, and they clear up these shotgunners, and there's a couple of shotguns in Data Core that will be, I think, dooms. I don't think they'll recover those. Mendas flies past Scatter, not seeing him. Rilo comes out, deals with a 1v1 onto Scatter, but takes a lot of damage. I think he swiped him just about. You can see they're actually converging. Really, look at this fantastic team play. They've actually got 3 Fades. This is untraditional. So they didn't go Gorge, which is actually something I thought they might do. They didn't go Gorge, I don't believe. Saving for the 3 Fade. And the 3 Fade, I don't even know. I've not seen that since the Fade nerfs. But that implies a lot of weakness and strength, so Icebolt takes a lot of damage. So they, wow, the 3 Fades, so that means they're going for strong combat. They want to win fights, and that's really what they want to concentrate on. The weakness of the 3 phases means they've only got 1 Skulk, which means they've only got 1 RT Harasser, and it means they've only got 1 guy to do a significant amount of damage to the phase gate. Fantastic, taking out Rilo, stuck there with no energy, up against these 2 shotgunners at his back, and overcommitting, and now they're back on 2 fades, so all that talk about the 3 fade advantage, and it's pointless, now it's gone. They've lost the fade, they saved instead of the Gorge going for a fade, and they've lost it. Really nice job from Ascension, and they're probably thinking, fantastic, they're down a fade, but they've still got 2 remaining. Neza inject, and these shotguns have been damn awesome. Really nice job from these guys, even with only weapons 1. It looks like Jake's getting caught out. Neza's not quite available there. Takes a huge amount of damage already, and those guys, I don't think they played that well at all. They didn't cover each other, they didn't protect each other, they went straight into that room not thinking about the consequences, really, if you want to put it that way. Bonage, MF, Scatter, with their shotguns, looking to take a reactor core, maybe a phase getting reactor core, maybe get a bit of a push onto these spurs, or is it shells? Double shell in the base. They haven't even got 3 shells, no wonder the phase got taken out quite quickly. Rilo and Grissi, double skulk versus Neza with a rifle, not doing a lot of damage there. Does take out actually. Rilo was quite impressed with that. But the fades come in. Base is vulnerable. Valk's looking to poke it, scout it out, see what's there. Actually, maybe just taking on the respawner who's going to be solo. Looks like the triple shotgun push went into Crossroads, but they're taking huge amounts of damage. You actually saw a cyst explosion there. So the commander's got the 2 biomass and he's supporting them with that, and they're trying to blind them. I don't actually know how effective that is because I've never actually been hit by it. Because whenever I play pubs, I just don't get hit. No one uses it. But it's kind of funny to see it right now. I'm pretty sure it blinds you. I don't think it has any other effects though. So in terms of, it's interesting, but I'm not sure it's going to change the game anyway. Rilo, not in a great position there actually. Usually when you want to grind the gate, you'll have a guy here and a guy here, or maybe even closer. But you want this kind of direction. Wow, Menef gets taken out in this corridor. I'm staggered he didn't get out safely. MF and Scatter. That was a strange push. That was really not very well thought out at all. Because these guys were in Crossroads and they went data core, so they obviously went this way to defend, and then they got taken out. That's a strange one. It's a strange one from Godar, and it's probably going to cost them. They're down onto 1 fade. Where's the guy with the most P-res? Grissi on 53. And I'm going to point out something significant in a second after this combat. You can see Godar has just taken 4 harvesters built and 2 potential, 1 now potential. Looks like it just got lost at data core maybe, or computer lab. But they're on 5 harvesters. That means they're rushing this Ono, so they need it out right now. I think they feel like they're probably going to be losing map control if they don't. And wow, Slayer jumps through, kills the... He's the commander, he jumps through, gets a lurk kill. It was fantastic. How the hell did he get out of that grind? That's mad. I can't believe that jump, that was mad. MF and Jeg looking like they're trying to take flight control. The phase gate tech is done. Slayer's going to be respawned back in the comp chair soon enough, and that's going to be a 30 TRS investment for the phase gates perhaps. Scatter versus Volk. Mendasp. Volk comes in 1v1 up against the Fade. There's no way you're going to take that on, especially if you don't do enough damage. Phase gate's done. Into flight control, but it's a little bit defensive, it's a little bit cowardly, and at the moment the Harvest is actually built there, so this is the alien's room right now, apart from the phase gate. Crag comes in. Look at this Crag, they get the Crag involved, so this 1v2 is, get the advantage, as much advantage as possible in combat. Really nice job from Godar. It's Ioros in Commander, he's just making really smart decisions with his T-Res investments. We've got Bonage and Neza trying to take back ventilation, and this is important because they're really running out of extractors, and we'll check the res graph in a second. You can see right now the Marines had a pretty good lead, and then it's sort of changed now. I'd say that's about the 10-minute mark when the Fades came up probably, or the Fades started getting a lot of kills. In fact, if we check the kills, you can see the 10-minute mark, the kills went in the alien favour at about that point. So we've got Valk in solo defense, and you can see the power of this Crag. Just 1 Skulk and 1 Fade can hold the entirety of Data Core for enough time for Icefolk to come in and back him up. He needs to be careful because they got quite a lot of damage from that shotgun. Bonage, he's the target. Really nice flank from Valk, and then in comes the Skulk to finish him off with a little bit of spike damage. Ventilation is now vulnerable. Rilo comes in, Skulk helping as well. And a lot of assist all over the map. You can see the alien map control. They're trying to sort of take this now. They're trying to give up crevice for ventilation instead, which is strange, but I'd be surprised if the Marines built crevice, so it's probably a smart decision. This triple guy here. I think they've all got shotguns, 1 rifle actually. Ventilation did get taken out. Bonage in defense. Actually, Rilo gets taken out. He's an Skulk that took out the extractor. Rilo and Bonage double push into ventilation here, and Rilo got taken out. Bonage solo defense. Looks like he can rebuild this. Wow, this is another tense game. Godar have a definite advantage. They've got a lot of resources. They've got the Onos out. Grissi with 5 P-res plus Onos there. And it looks like he's actually in the south. Maybe pushing the base. Where are these guys? Where are they? Beacon's going to be forced. Depending on the proficiency of these guys when they come out the respawn wave. Nice and safe. Beacon forced. Crossroads is now defended. Really good job from Godar. It looks like a Skulk went into the phase gate at flight control. But it looks like they might actually take ventilation. This is pretty much becoming a Godar favoured game significantly now. I mean, the Marines are kind of running out of plays. MF with 45 P-res, but other than that, they're kind of running out. A couple of kill that drifter. Oh, Okay, they went straight for a phase gate rush, so they clearly got their priorities. Drifter spots them though. Drifter still gives line of sight on Marines, I believe, despite them not being a scouting unit anymore. And there's the cyst explosion. MF gets blinded, gets completely outnumbered. Phase gate was only 66% built. Grisly was there anyway, even if it was built. That would have been a massive grind. It would have been a huge loss if they tried to get anyone through there. Comp lab is down. Ascension only have 2 extractors, finally rebuilding there. But when you compare to Godar's 5 and maybe 6 if they take Crevice as well, this is looking like an extreme Godar win right now. Check out the team resources. It was pretty even. That's pretty much even at that point for anything before that line. And then at this point, it's becoming a little bit of an alien advantage, despite the fact that it doesn't appear like it. That is pretty much an alien advantage. MF inject. Looks like they took out a couple of skulks. Some at reception. There's nothing wrong with losing a couple of skulks, but there's nothing wrong with killing them either. MF inject. Looks like they're going for the power node again. Welding it up, MF going for the whip. On the reload, Valk's going to come in on the 6th shot. Actually reloading on the 5th, which is nice from MF. Valk a little bit stuck. A double shotgun blast really could have ruined him there. Could have been a kill, especially. Actually, they've already got weapons 1. Fight still haven't got weapons 2, which is really costing them. Look at that bone wall. Really strange decision there, cutting Mendef off from his attack. Scatter underneath the vent there. Icewat takes a lot of shotgun damage. Mendef's going to come in and clear up Scatter. Jek gets a team kill onto MF, which is unfortunate. Grisly with loads of health. This Onos is clearing up these guys who have neither cat packs nor jet packs. They don't have weapons 2, and there's nothing they can do about the Onos right now. Pretty much any attack he initiates, he'll pretty much be fine in, unless it's against the base and like maybe 3 or 4 Marines is too many. Overall, though, he's pretty safe, and this is looking like a Godar win. I don't think Ascension have much to play with. So slow and steadily they're pushing out of their base. Looks like ventilation was fully built by the aliens. Nether and Bonage. They're clearing up 3%. They might try and rebuild that, but that'll be a huge mistake seeing as the Onos is just around the corner. And if they do tap a phase gate, an extractor there, they'll just rush the Onos in, who doesn't actually have charge, but he's still going to be quick enough to deal with these guys. And nice positioning. I don't think they'll be able to kill Grisly there because it's too far away for the shotguns to do significant damage. And Icefelt backing up with the ranged attacks. Really nice from Grisly. Comes in just in time to finish off Neza. MF is dead. He's dead. Nice one. Flight control, I'm sure they predicted this. In fact, they know. They had a Skulk just die there. And the Marines are so behind on upgrades. We're at the 17-minute mark, and they haven't got weapons 2. I've seen teams get weapons 2 at about the 3 or 4-minute mark. And this is not looking good. Godar really taking their time with this win. Really slow and steady. I mean, they're all about resources. It's just they know it. The game is all about resources, and that's how they play. So they're building up crevice, ventilation. Wow, okay, there's the good game. I'm not sure what happened in the last 10 seconds, but they realised they lost. 6 extractors finished there for Godar. Really nice job from them.